BBC Radio Suffolk. It's 12 minutes to 11, and autumn is going to be welcome to Woodbridge on Saturday with local food producers, live music and arts trails and workshops. Transition Woodbridge and Woodbridge Festival of Art and Music have joined forces to present Harvest Fair on the banks of the River Deben next to the Tide Mill. And I've got guests in the studio joined by the founder of the festival, Ben Osborne, and Alice Stallard, who's the arts coordinator. Thank you both for coming in.
Hi, lovely to see you, Sarah.
Good to see you. This is all very exciting. So, Ben, let's talk first of all. Well, music first. What's happening?
Well, as this is Transition Woodbridge's event, and normally we've invited them to get involved in our stuff because we're trying to be as sustainable as possible. Not easy, we're trying to. So they're kind of regular guests, and this is the first time we've been invited back by them to do one of their events.
Fantastic.
So it's really exciting, and we're bringing in the music and the art stuff. So it's a local event, which means that we've got lots of local acts like Jess and Lockabiddies, who are brilliant rock and roll band.
Yeah.
We've also got Kevin Pearce, who's a great singer-songwriter, coming to play. And then we've also got a band coming in from the Czech Republic it's a singer called Mela and her band, and she was almost their selected Eurovision Song Contest person this year, and she's an ambassador for Spotify and stuff like that.
Oh, fantastic.
So she's definitely on the up, so we're looking forward to her coming to play.
Brilliant.
That's all happening in the square outside, so praying for good weather.
So I think it's looking all right, isn't it? I think. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Well, you hope people kind of don't look at the weather when it's gloomy, but do look at the forecast and go, we'll come out.
Yeah, definitely.
But the main event for Transition Woodbridge is there's loads of local food producers, and there'll be environmental groups and so on. And the other bit that we're bringing in is some art workshops that Alice is leading on.
Alice, tell us about those.
Yeah, the art workshops, well, thinking about the weather, the art workshops are going to be upstairs in the long shed, so there's always somewhere to go if it isn't so great. But they're family drop-in, all ages are welcome, and we're really looking at art as vocation as well as art as creative health and well-being. So we've got artists in who've brought looms. We're going to have some loom weaving. We've got clay modelling. So we're making objects that are related to eco-environmental things. We've got dry point etching. There's going to be a traditional printing press up there. Screen printing. Come and print some protest slogans. So think of something you want to say and get it out there into the world. Then later on there's going to be badges. There's the Anchors Away Art Trail. It's a unique one-off experience where all the anchors are going to be around the riverside, and there is a trail sheet with an anagram. So you can get families and kids moving around the site, having a great time.
I was going to say I'm good at anagrams, but that would be a lie. I'm terrible at anagrams. But I don't mind having a go. And tell me about Woodbridge Festival of Art and Music, because you just seem to be so busy at the moment. What's the aim? What is it?
Well, it was formed. It started 11 years ago, and I won't go into kind of the early history because obviously there's lots of testing things and seeing what worked and so on. But the idea was always to encourage creativity in the local community and bring in international acts so that people get to see things that normally they'd have to travel to see. But also give people the opportunity to appear on stage alongside those acts. So that was kind of from the music perspective. It was always involved with art as well. So there's always but since Alice has got involved, the art side has really taken off and is wonderful, and it's so inclusive. And we one of the things we're doing is fish-friendly fireworks, which are protecting stuff on the mill.
Yes.
And literally hundreds of people enter their artwork for that, and it's fantastic. So the idea is to encourage creativity, to bring more sort of creative exercises into the area.
But it's also like cross-platform art. So it's how do you mix tradition with more contemporary stuff, and how do we get the kids involved, the young people involved? So that there's just this massive creative voice where everybody, professionals starting out from the heart, just having a go. It's all the opportunity and the platform is there just to share it and see what we can build together in that environment. So Fish Friendly opens up that with the open call.
Yeah. So tell us about the open call, because this is a way that people can really make their mark in Woodbridge. Tell us about it, because you're after images, aren't you, or artwork?
Okay, so the Fish Friendly Open Call, this is our third year. So this year it's an open call for artwork. So we ask people just to be creative in the production, anything you want to make or do. If you can photograph it or you can film it, send it in. We will aim to project everything that we can, depending on a few sort of restraints, because it's a family-friendly environment and we have to use the projectors and everything. But the aim is just to really see what your imaginations come up with and share.
So am I right in thinking? I'm just picturing it. So this is the fish-friendly fireworks. So, and then these images will be projected onto the tide mill.
That's right, and it can be, as long as it can be delivered to us in a projectable format. So it could be an animation, it could be a film, movie, or it could be JPEG, but as long as it's on a format that we can then convert to be projected, then it works. And you can imagine the tide mill, for those people who don't know it, is a 3-story building made entirely out of wood that's white and perched on the corner of the river. So you get one. It's an iconic looking building. Projections on it. It was built to be. I mean, I arrived in Woodbridge 12 years ago, and it's one of the first things I saw. And I've been doing projections down in London. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that's much better than anything on the South Bank. It's like,
that's fantastic.
So
And this is all gearing up for that event, I guess, the fish-friendly fireworks event. When's that happening?
It's on the 4th and 5th of November this year.
So
two nights. So the actual kind of bonfire night, 5th will be the main. We'll major on the fireworks side of it.
Fantastic.
And 4th we'll have some musicians and stuff, and we can't tell you yet quite what's happening, but it's going to be good.
Watch this space. But so if people want to get involved and get those images to you, what's the best way for them to do that as well?
So we're asking to be sent to our email, which is woodbridgefestivalsuffolk@gmail.com. There are posters about. There's Facebook presence, there's social media. We've got our website, woodbridgefestival.com. So just hunt us out, check us out. It'll all be there.
Fantastic.
If you get stuck, then just drop us a line.
Brilliant. As there's so much planned, so that's one thing we should do, and then the other thing this Saturday. So just remind us, what times is the event?
10 a.m. until 4 p.m.
Brilliant. 10 till 4, and that's Wistocks Place.
And that's Wistocks Place, again next to the tide mill. And if the sun's out, it's beautiful. And again, thank you to Transition Woodbridge for inviting us to get involved.
Brilliant. Well, it's great to see you both, and fabulous. There's always so much going on.
Yeah.
And
can I mention one more thing?
Yeah, go
because
for it.
we're actually here. We're in Ipswich today because there's an event going on at the Cornhill, which is designed really for people that do events in Suffolk. So if anybody who wants to come along to that, I believe they can register themselves from the door.
Oh, fantastic. Good stuff. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Good to see you, and thanks for coming in. That's Ben Osborne, founder of Woodbridge Festival, and Alice Stallard, art coordinator.